smells good. 欢迎, welcome. Hey, it is great to see you again. Come on in. There is nothing like meeting up with old friends to bring back some wonderful fond memories. No matter if you have been apart for a long time, a friend is someone who can pick up a conversation with you exactly where you left off. Today, I'm inviting you to share a very special occasion I have with some of my old buddies in New York, Chinatown. New York has one of the busiest, most active Chinatowns in the world. In the heart of New York Chinatown is a statue of Confucius, known in the West as Confucius. He is a cultural symbol of education and discipline. Chinese immigrants who have been coming to New York since the early part of the 19th century have brought traditional Confucian belief with them. They believe in hard work, a strong sense of social order, and one's duty to honor his family by achievement. Confucius was a Greek scholar and teacher. His values and teachings are as much a part of Chinatown today as they were 100 years ago, when these students arrived in New York. Today, I want to tell you a personal story about a teacher and some Chinese schoolboys who came to America, and one of them was me. This is Mr. Lee, my elementary school teacher from way back in China. My friend Chui is the owner of Jingfeng Restaurant, where we're having a reunion lunch with other classmates from that school. Each one has amazing stories to tell. Mr. Lee fought with the American Army in World War II. He went back to China, but after the Communist Revolution, he was not allowed to leave. So for almost 26 years, he taught English and history until he finally returned to the U.S. in the 1980s. Many of his students are still in China. Others, like us, have come to the West. We were all so young then, and one by one we came west. And we all wound up in a business we love, the food business. But the respect and love we share for our teacher, Mr. Lee, has lasted all these years. This is Keith. Keith is trained as an engineer. It is hard to believe that he left China in the early 70s with nothing more than the clothes on his back. Today, Keith runs a chain of successful restaurants. Chen is the youngest looking of the group, and even better looking than me. He was born in Hong Kong and went back to China in 1951, and he couldn't leave until 1978, when he took a train to the border and made it back to Hong Kong. From there, he made his way to the U.S. in 1983. He now owns an import company and a supermarket chain. When I need anything, like exotic ingredients from China, he is the one I will call. Chui is the intellectual one. On his way to owning this restaurant, he worked as a humble busboy, waiter, then a captain. In 1963, he swam across the river. It was his third try, and eventually, he made his way to Hong Kong, where he worked for several years before coming to New York. Today, he's managing the largest Chinese restaurant in the East Coast. Isn't it amazing? All four of us from the same school left China as boys, now in the food business. And our teacher here with us. To pour a cup of tea for your teacher is a sign of respect. And today, we all toast our beloved teacher, Mr. Lee. He taught us the values of Confucius in our early years. I am studying and reading this coupon book from my cousin. He just sent it to me. This is the year 2000, June. Family of 8. Look at this, family of 8 people. And I'm going to check my cousin, 22 years old, 18 pounds of rice. Another cousin, lady, female, 14 years old, 15 pounds. Another cousin, only 7 years old, 12 pounds and 12 and a half pounds of rice. This is a couponing book. You know, I want to tell all of you guys, all of you kids you are lucky, because when we were growing up, we went through a lot of harsh time, a lot of struggle, because everything we have is couponing and rationing. Look at this. This is all we have, 4 ounces of oil for a whole month. You see, now you can put the whole thing in one dish. And this is, when you go out to the market, you have to buy rice, you have to give them, this is 5 pounds, this is 5 pounds. Then after you use this up, you have 5 pounds less. And this is all the other ingredients. Now this is meat. Each one of us, adults, only get 2 pounds of meat. Each one of this is about 4 ounces. And then this is fish, also 2 pounds of fish. And besides all of these, you know what we have? We have exactly 15 pounds of rice for myself. So the whole month, this is what we have, so you cannot have too many parties, okay? Now, I'm going to tell all of you and constantly remind all of you young audience, you are fortunate, so never waste a grain of rice, okay? Now, I'm going to show you how to do a dish that brings up a lot of memory. I'm going to do wok sauteed beef with bitter melon and black bean sauce. This is bitter melon. I get it from my basket over there. All you have to do is cut this in half. You see the seed? All you have to do is use this to remove all the seeds. You don't want the seeds, okay? Remove all the seeds, okay? Okay? Remove all the seeds. Don't need the seeds. And then after that, you can cut it in half. Okay? Let's remove this. And then you cut it at an angle like this. 1, 2, 3. You see? Okay? Cut an angle like this. And then you set it aside and put it right here. Okay? Of course, for the chef, this is how they do it. They slice it this way. They slice it this way. You see? You see? Put it right here. And then I'm going to save these for tomorrow. Because, as I said, bitter melon is wonderful because it's bitter. But the aftertaste is sweet, just like life. You struggle, you work hard, it's bitter. Life is bitter. But yet, at the end, it's sweet, wonderful reward. I'm going to put this and water blanch this with a tiny bit of salt. Some boiling water here, some salt. What I'm doing is partially cook this, parboil this, and get rid of some of the bitterness. So I'm going to put this right over here, get rid of the bitterness. In the meantime, I'm going to show you how to make the black bean sauce. Here, I have some salted black bean right here. You see this? Lightly rinse with water to get rid of the extra salt. And then rehydrate it. And I use this to slightly crush this. I don't want to crush it too much because I want the whole black bean, and yet I want the flavor to be fully released, okay? And then I have some garlic and ginger. This is garlic. Once again, peel the garlic, you see? And then mince the garlic, put it right here. Mince the garlic, put it right here. And mince the garlic, put it right here. Mince the ginger, put it right here. So easy to do. But all of this is done. You like hot and spicy food, you can use a tiny bit of fresh chili. This is very, very easy. Now, how do you make black bean sauce? This is how you do it. Put a tiny bit of oil. Okay. About 2 tablespoons of oil. Okay? Because I'm going to make a whole bunch of these and set it aside and put it in the fridge so whenever I need it, I can use it. Okay? And I put the whole thing. Garlic and ginger, everything. All of these. And then in the meantime, I'm going to drain this because I don't want this, okay? And then stir. Look at this. More. I want more garlic and a tiny bit more chili. Smells so good. That's what makes black bean sauce wonderful because it's very fragrant. Of course, if you don't have time to make it yourself, you can always get some store-bought ones. Now, this is what I do. Sesame seed oil, tiny bit of sugar, oyster flavor sauce. Now, this is homemade, very nice. And then also soy sauce. Oh, look at this. This is the black bean sauce that we will make and get ready for our dish. That's it. Then we'll put this in this container. And then ready to put in the, oh, look at how beautiful. This is, we want to cover this up and get ready to use this. In the meantime, you're going to stir fry this, okay? Stir fry the beef. Use the same wok because I like the flavor and the aroma. Look at that. The beef is here. And if you want, you can cut up some more beef. I cut it up, butterfly. Oh, butterfly. Cut it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cut up all these beef. Set aside and then put it right here. And then you marinate this with a tiny bit of wine and a tiny bit of dark soy. A tiny bit of cornstarch. Seal in the juice. Tiny bit of dark soy. Seal in the juice. Look at this. This is so beautiful. And then we are going to cook this beef. Okay? Hot wok. Make sure it's very, very hot. Put it in. Whoa, look at this. Stir. Whoa. Stir. Make sure, if you love wine, put a tiny, tiny bit of wine. Whoa. Make sure you pay attention. And then the next thing I want to do is, this is wonderful wine. We do it at home. Make sure you watch how, okay? Oh, look at this. From bay, put all the bitter melon. And then tiny bit of onion and chili. Give color and flavor contrast. This is so beautiful. Whoa. Whoa. And then I'm gonna use my own sauce. Look at this. This is the sauce that I have. My own black bean sauce. You want hot and spicy food? Extra crushed chili. Make a sauce with a tiny, tiny bit of broth and a tiny bit of, whoa, cornstarch solution. Look at this. This is beautiful. Now we are ready to serve. Let me show you how beautiful it is. Hey, this is ready to serve. This is, smells so good, the black bean. Garnish it with a tiny bit of chili. And then we're gonna serve this right here. You know what we have? Wok sauteed beef with bitter melon and black bean sauce. I'm slicing some fish, you know. The wonderful reunion really still brings back a lot of wonderful memories. I hope our next reunion will be tomorrow or coming up soon so we can enjoy seeing each other again. I'm cutting up some fish. I'm going to make a wonderful braised fish fillet with tofu puff and a lot of mushrooms, okay? Here, I'm going to cut this is a beautiful fresh fish. I'm going to put it here. Every time you cut up fresh poultry or fish, this is what you should do. Make sure you clean them all up like this and wipe it out. And now you are nice and clean. You see this? Very, very safe, okay? And then in the meantime, I'm going to show you quickly how to marinate the fish. Big fish, small fish, all the seafood, same marinade. White pepper, tiny bit of salt, tiny bit of cornstarch, tiny bit of cornstarch, and marinate this so you can use it to cook in this wonderful clay pot dish, okay? Now, we'll do this clay pot. Put a tiny, tiny bit of extra oil here, okay? Heat it up a little bit, and then you saute all the other ingredients. Look at, we have shallot, leek, whoa, ginger, and then also a tiny bit of flowering chive, mushroom, fresh mushroom, butter mushroom, and straw mushroom, and of course bean curd puff, okay? Make sure you put them all together, saute and get the flavor out, and then you put the fish right here, and also saute this. Don't lose anything. Saute this, make sure you have enough ingredient. A lot of wonderful carrot, mushroom, baby corn, everything. And then you use seafood broth right here. Wow, look at this. And let it cook. Put a tiny bit of wine, flavor it. A tiny bit of soy sauce. I love soy sauce. Tiny bit of oyster flavor sauce. And also a tiny bit of fish sauce. I love fish sauce because this will add a little kick to it, okay? Particularly you like Thai food. This is wonderful. Oh, this is good. We're going to cover this and let it braise for a little while. In the meantime, I'm going to show you something. When you buy straw mushroom, there's one that's called whole, unpeeled. It looks like this, unpeeled. There's also one is peeled. It looks like this. It's already peeled. This tastes a lot better than this, okay? Now, talking about clay pot. You go to a Chinese restaurant, they have clay pot with two handles. Inside there is well glazed. This is for good casserole. This is for soup. And a soup pot also glazed inside. And this is Yunnan air pot. You know what? Now, this is ready. I think we have cooked enough. We have been cooking this for approximately 10-15 minutes. I'm going to check it out. Make sure. Whoa! Look at this. This is so beautiful. I'm going to put this right over here. Very, very careful. Put it right in front of all my clay pots here. You know what you have? Here it is, braised fish fillet with tofu puff and a lot of mushrooms. I'm going to cut up some of these julienne ginger. You know what? So far, I have used up my whole month rationing of meat and fish already. I have no more, so that's why I have no more meat and protein left. The last dish also brings up a lot of good memory, fond memory when we were a child. You know, this is called daikon with bean thread noodles. I remember when we were growing up, He-Chan and Kevin, his parent always invite me, to come back and to have this particular dish. This is wonderful. I'm going to get all of this ready. Heat up wok, put a tiny bit of oil, and then you know what? We're going to show you something amazing. Here, I'm going to have, this is Chinese daikon, big daikon. This is Japanese daikon. Look at that. And this is green daikon, cheng lo bak. And then, of course, oh, look at this. This is the humongous Australian carrot. The Chinese chef like to use this for garnishing. Now, the Chinese chef use this for a lot of things. They pickle them, they stir fry them. This is exactly what I'm doing. We're going to use this daikon already sliced and some carrot, okay? And everybody can see. We're going to julienne this, okay? Julienne. Make sure we julienne everything and we put them all there. We have some Napa cabbage. I'm going to start getting ready. But before we do that, once again, this is vegetarian. No more meat, no more protein. This is dehydrated wood ear. When it's dry, it looks like this. Now, it's 4 times as big. When you use this, make sure remove the stem. The stem is no good. And then you julienne them. Stack them all up like this. And you julienne. You see? You julienne them and you put them all together like this. And you're going to do the dish, okay? Oh, let me put a tiny bit extra oil. And make sure we heat this up very, very high. And then you saute all of these wonderful ingredients. Napa cabbage, carrot, wood ear, yellow chive, daikon. Put them all together. Saute. Another way of sauteing is you use 2 spatula. It's like tossing your salad, okay? Put them all together. Saute, and you saute. And it's good. You know, the difference between a Chinese daikon and a Japanese daikon is, Chinese one is a little bit stronger than the Japanese one, okay? It's wonderful to make soup. In fact, a lot of the time, the Chinese also use the green daikon and the red carrot. In Chinese, also called lo bak, the same name, to make a wonderful soup that I'm going to show you, okay? Stir. Put a tiny bit of broth, vegetarian broth. Vegetarian broth. Make sure you cook them a little bit. Never overcook them, okay? In the meantime, when it's almost ready, you put this cellophane noodle, lightly soaked, made from mung bean flour, combined in packages like this, okay? And then we also put the cellophane noodle, put it right over here. I put it right on top. And then we put all the seasoning, vegetarian oyster sauce made with mushrooms, okay? Tiny bit of white pepper, a tiny bit of sugar, and a tiny bit of soy sauce, because vegetarian, no wine, okay? I'm gonna let it braise for a little while, okay? In fact, I like to have a tiny bit of extra broth, you know, it's wonderful. Now, I wanna show you with this green daikon and carrot, you can actually make wonderful soup in the soup pot. And I am gonna show you, this is a soup of the day in a lot of Chinese restaurants. I'm gonna put some extra one here, green daikon with a tiny bit of meat. You can use pork or beef. And then soup. This is wonderful. We're gonna put this right over here because this is a soup of the day. You don't want to waste any time. Now this is ready. We're gonna put this right over here and get ready to serve. Extra flavor, put it right here. Ginger. Oh, this is beautiful. And then, oh, put this right over here. Look at how beautiful. This is a wonderful dish. You braise it for about 5 minutes or so. Let me taste. You know what? Absolutely delicious. Wow, doesn't that look amazing? Daikon with bean thread noodles. Satisfying, tasty, and nutritious. Perfect for your next family dinner, or better yet, your next family or school reunion. See you next time. Remember, if Yan can cook, so can you. 再见.